Let's unravel what could easily be Hollywood's most explosive fiasco of 2024. George Clooney, Hollywood's golden boy known for his charisma, sophistication, and status as cinematic royalty, is now caught in the middle of a career meltdown so over the top, it feels ripped straight from one of his own disaster movies. At the core of this mess is a feud so fiery, so public, and so wildly entertaining, it's grabbed the attention of both the industry elite and everyday viewers alike. And the unexpected co-star in this unscripted drama, Bill Maher, the unfiltered host of Real Time, wielding his signature wit like a weapon. But before we unpack this whirlwind of betrayal and scandal, a quick shout out for tuning in, because trust me, this is one wild ride you won't want to miss. Clooney's troubles began with what was supposed to be a straightforward political ad, a nod to his activism, and a move to keep him relevant in today's shifting cultural tides. Instead, the ad was a disaster. It wasn't just criticized, it was utterly shredded. Don't believe me? Let me show you the infamous clip. Buckle up, it's about to get interesting.
Come on, boys. Let's make America great again. It's your turn, buddy.
Before you cast your vote in this election, think about how it'll impact the people you care about the most.
Daddy!
Remember, you can vote any way you want, and no one will ever know.
Do your patriotic duty.
You bet I did, brother.
What happens in the booth stays in the booth. Vote Harris Walls.
Paid for by Vote Common Good.
Critics wasted no time tearing into Clooney, branding him as tone-deaf, insincere, and, above all, guilty of blatant pandering. A slip-up is one thing, but this misstep felt like a complete free-fall down the stairs of public opinion. While Clooney has survived controversies before, the Hollywood landscape has shifted. It's less forgiving now, and backlash spreads like wildfire. For a star with a carefully crafted image to maintain, this wasn't just bad press, it was a full-blown crisis. Determined to take back control of the narrative, Clooney launched a full-scale media offensive to repair his image and win back public support. But this wasn't just your run-of-the-mill PR push, it was a high-stakes, all-or-nothing campaign. At the center of it was a bold strategy, an appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher. The plan was simple. Clooney would walk onto Maher's stage, charm the audience, offer a heartfelt apology, and sprinkle in some exclusive political insights to remind everyone why he was once so admired. However, Bill Maher wasn't exactly rolling out the red carpet. When Clooney's team pitched the idea to Maher's producers, emphasizing how his appearance would draw massive viewership and create a media frenzy, Maher reportedly shot it down without hesitation. "This isn't a platform for celebrity image rehab," he allegedly said, making it clear he wasn't interested in being part of a shallow publicity stunt. Refusing to give up, Clooney's team came back with a revamped pitch, doubling down on the exclusivity and drama of the appearance. This time, they promised headline-grabbing revelations, direct clapbacks to his critics, and a spectacle guaranteed to dominate the media cycle for weeks. Their aim? To turn this interview into the must-see event that would catapult Clooney back into the spotlight and restore his image. The stakes couldn't have been higher, but Maher, as always, wasn't one to play by Hollywood's rules. Maher remained steadfast in his refusal, reportedly telling HBO executives that bringing Clooney on the show would alienate his core audience. His viewers tuned in for sharp, no-nonsense political analysis, not a celebrity's attempt at damage control. Maher was convinced that his audience valued substance over spectacle, particularly in a media landscape already saturated with fluff. At the heart of Maher's stance was a growing disillusionment with the role of celebrities in politics and public discourse. While figures like Clooney once wielded significant influence, Maher seemed to believe that the cultural tide had shifted. Star power alone wasn't enough to carry a meaningful narrative anymore. In his view, public trust demanded authenticity and depth, qualities he didn't see in Clooney's push for a televised comeback. Turning Real Time into a stage for a celebrity redemption story didn't align with Maher's vision for the show, and he wasn't about to compromise its integrity for a PR stunt. Despite the repeated rejections, Clooney's team didn't give up. In a last-ditch effort, they pitched an idea for a live Q&A session where Clooney would field unscripted questions from the audience to showcase his sincerity and directly address his critics. Once again, Maher declined, remaining unconvinced. Here's where the story takes a personal twist. After the third rejection, Clooney himself decided to intervene, reaching out to Maher directly. He proposed an unscripted, candid conversation, hoping to appeal to Maher's belief in open dialogue. But Maher wasn't budging. According to sources, he bluntly told Clooney that his show wasn't a platform for celebrity redemption arcs. For Maher, it wasn't just about protecting his ratings, it was about maintaining the show's credibility. This final rejection wasn't just a professional setback for Clooney, it was a deeply personal blow. A Hollywood icon who had spent decades accustomed to doors opening effortlessly with his charm now faced a rare and public refusal. For someone like Clooney, who had long been a darling of both Hollywood and the public, this moment of rejection was an uncharted and humbling experience, one that served as a stark reminder that even stars aren't immune to the shifting tides of public opinion. Behind the scenes, the feud between George Clooney and Bill Maher was intensifying. Maher, never one to mince words, reportedly mocked Clooney's persistent attempts to appear on Real Time during private conversations. According to insiders, Maher allegedly described Clooney's behavior as desperate, likening his repeated pitches to auditioning for a pity party. Though these remarks weren't made publicly, word quickly got back to Clooney, leaving him seething with anger. Maher didn't stop there. During one of his monologues, he took thinly veiled shots at Hollywood elites, ridiculing actors who clung to their fame by pushing political agendas rather than relying on their actual body of work. While he didn't name Clooney outright, the implications were clear to anyone paying attention to the drama. Clooney, however, wasn't about to let Maher have the last word. Frustrated and eager to shift the narrative, his team began pitching him to other platforms, including The Howard Stern Show. But even Stern, known for his unfiltered and edgy interviews, appeared hesitant. Reports suggested that Stern's team was cautious about associating with Clooney, given the actor's spiraling public image and the growing backlash surrounding him. As rejection after rejection piled up, Clooney's frustration reportedly boiled over. Behind the scenes, insiders described him as being in meltdown mode, venting his anger not just at Maher, but at the broader Hollywood ecosystem. Once known for his charm and composed demeanor, Clooney's erratic behavior was both surprising and unsettling to those around him. Meanwhile, Maher remained unshaken. Although he never directly mentioned Clooney by name, his pointed comments about celebrity culture and political posturing left little doubt about the target of his criticism. For Maher, this wasn't just a professional standoff, it was a principled stand. By refusing to entertain Clooney's PR campaign, Maher reinforced his commitment to authenticity and refused to let his show become a platform for shallow celebrity theatrics. What started as a simple disagreement has now morphed into one of Hollywood's most talked about scandals of the year. The clash between Clooney and Maher isn't just about an actor trying to salvage his reputation or a talk show host maintaining his integrity. It reflects a broader cultural shift where the public and even the entertainment industry seems increasingly unwilling to give celebrities a free pass. In a world shaped by social media and instant backlash, even the most iconic figures are discovering that reputation, once lost, isn't easily reclaimed.